Good morning, Healthy and Fit New York. I haven't done a video in a while, and here is another video. Today, a friend of mine approached me in the gym and asked me, why all of a sudden do I crave foods? Why is it like why even my dog started to eat more compared to summer months to warmer months? Is it natural for all of us to crave more food? Is it like something in us that makes us want to eat more during winter? Is it that's why we eat more, attempt to put on weight during winter? And do you crave more food? And if you snack, especially before bed at night, when I get hungry, do you eat anything? So all these questions he asked me, and here's my answer. So do I believe that there is something in us that makes us eat more when it gets colder, when it's autumn, when it's winter? Yes, I do believe that it's an evolutionary tool, survival tool that drives you to seek food, to eat more food when it gets colder. Because when it gets colder, it means that times of food shortage are closer, and you need to eat more to store more fat to survive through winter. So yeah, I do believe that evolutionary, that instinct was installed in us, and we do want to eat more, and our hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, produced by your fat cells, produced in your guts, they do make us eat more. They do drive our hunger, and it's totally natural to want to eat more. Besides, during winter, usually you do need to have to spend more calories to keep you warmer, and your body wants you to survive in general. So before, when cavemen would run around in summer and it starts to get colder, he would start eating more to get more fat, because the food shortage times were coming. But because now we have supermarkets available to us 24/7 any day of the year, we don't need that. But our body is not that fast to change our survival mechanism, because if we don't survive, nothing else matters, right? So those things, I believe, from what I read, from what I hear from scientists and different evolutionary studies, that yes, we are driven to still by those survival instincts that were installed in us by evolution on genetic level, on our lizard brain level. And yes, we do tend to, people usually, and not only people, but animals who live in climates where it gets colder, animals like bears or squirrels and other animals, they also tend to eat more and tend to store fat to keep them alive, and at least alive during winter. So he also asked, the guy in the gym asked me about about his dog today. Yeah, so I don't know how it works for dogs, but human beings are fat storing animals, meaning we store fat for energy, and we are really good at metabolizing that fat when food is not available. That's why we survived for so long, because we were able to go without food for so many days, and probably through some kind of food shortage during winter months, and like different disasters when the food was not available. So that's it. That's about my perspective on evolutionary drive to eat more during colder times. Do I want to eat more when it gets colder? Yes, my appetite definitely goes up, I can tell you that. But I do not eat as many people do carbohydrate-rich food. What I do during winter and colder months when my appetite goes up, I start eating really low carbohydrate diet. I'm generally usually on ketogenic diet, but during warmer months I do eat naturally more fiber-rich foods, sometimes fruits here and there, and sometimes more carbohydrates in general. In winter months, I just eat really low carbohydrate. Like probably salad is where I get my carbohydrates. The rest are fatty fish, eggs, a lot of coconut oil, a lot of so these are my favorite fats, by the way, when I eat, when my hunger goes up. Coconut oil. I love also Irish butter, like especially, you see, like I've eaten almost always Irish butter, unsalted. What's that, Kerrygold brand? Like I love how it tastes. I just eat it by the spoon. So another one of my favorite fats is ghee butter, grass-fed ghee butter. Another one of my favorite fats that I don't have at the moment because I ate it all is cacao butter. So when winter times come, and when my hunger goes up, I start eating more fats. Like literally, when I feel hungry, and whenever I eat, I just put, in my salad I put a lot of olive oil. Then in my coffee I put a lot of butter. I put a lot of coconut oil, and then I usually try to keep my eating window to 6 to 8 hours doing intermittent fasting, but sometimes when I spend a lot of energy during the day and I train a lot and I just feel like I need more before bed, and I don't like also to go to bed hungry, I just eat spoon or a couple of spoons of either coconut oil or butter or ghee or cacao butter, and that's basically it. Sometimes I eat half of avocado, and that keeps me happy through night. I sleep like a baby, and it doesn't make my stomach work hard digesting something, so my sleep is not interrupted. So those are my things. And sometimes when I feel like going fancy, I make chocolate mousse from avocado, cacao, and usually stevia sweetener, or I can make hot chocolate with coconut milk, with stevia, with cacao. Sometimes I even melt dark chocolate to make it extra thick. More recipes going to be on my blog, Create Yourself That Today. I'm going to put it out today, recipe for healthy, six-pack friendly hot chocolate and avocado mousse. So yes, getting hungry during colder months is absolutely natural. That's what I believe, and that's what I read about in different books that combine evolutionary studies with diet. Can you still avoid weight gain? I do believe so, because I did it so many times. And as I said, when my hunger goes up during winter and colder months, I just eat more fat. I keep my carbohydrates really low, eating almost none, and of course none of the sugar, none of the fruit, none of the grains, but also just in general really little carbohydrates, if any. And I keep my fats hot, like literally a lot of oil, coconut oil, grass-fed butter, grass-fed ghee butter, cacao butter, and that's it. And another thing, stay active. Like no matter how cold it gets, I still exercise. I still go out and walk a lot, or I work out with weights, and I track my workouts to make sure that my brain doesn't trick me into moving less. So that's another thing that I do during winter and colder months. I do not lower my activity level. I still move a lot no matter what. If you have any questions on the topic of hunger, of cravings during colder and winter months, and what you can do about it, comment below, ask me questions, and I'll be happy to help you to go through these tough times that it's much more difficult and challenging to stay lean and to keep your six-pack intact. And check out my blog for recipes and more details. Create Yourself That Today. And see you soon.